Okay, so Giannis early offense, right? Here you're going to see it as 21 seconds on the shot clock or more left. I'm going to go a little deeper than that in this video edit. Stuff more in the 16, 17, 18, 19-second range of the shot clock too, which I would say is more like the secondary break stuff. We're still early. People are still kind of getting back on defense and that kind of thing. And anyway, everything in all these videos is my personal opinion, right? I have nothing but respect for the professionals involved. There's multiple viewpoints on things that you see in terms of sports on television, and I'm just presenting my view. So for my purposes, I'm saying the early offense anywhere between 16 and 24 seconds, and the stuff that takes place there is what I put together this video edit with. Right, so Giannis and fast break is going to be a big percentage of what we do. You can see it here in these numbers, which are from his MVP season in 2019, 2020, to the last time he actually played a lot of games, which was the year before last. And you could see his usage has not dropped off. His fast break points have remained, top five. His team is top five in fast break points, just with whatever roster you put around him, which is kind of amazing. And whatever roster you put him on becomes more frequent of a transition team, right? And they're always going to be top five in points per game. He is in terms of points per possession in transition, right? And your team is already, look at that, 30% of their shots. So there you go. So there's a percentage of the offense that's going to be early, right? 30%, and that's great because you can see in these numbers that he still gives you 30 points a game at his age now, and his efficiency has even only gone up to 60% overall, right? So Giannis will be a transition beast. I'm gonna present kind of like the different styles of transition, which is whether he's the ball handler or whether he's the one kind of cutting into different parts of the floor, and you as the teammate get him the ball in space while he's in stride, going downhill, so that he can make his crazy moves to the basket. I think it's going to be easy to do. I think that, I've seen a lot of film of Bam and Giannis screening, and they are two of the best in the league. They're brick walls. So we're going to see a lot of space created by these two young men here in this season. Okay, so let's get the edit started. Giannis fast break. Questions, comments, please like, subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, so let's start off with the first principle here that we should have as a team when we're playing fast break basketball with good old Giannis. Okay, ball goes up, rebound happens. Okay, now this is a crucial moment. Rebound happened. You should be looking for this man right here. These guys are taking off, but everyone should know where this man is, right? So philosophically, where is he? Takes a couple dribbles and very nice. He sees the eye contact, sees that there's a lot of space. There's a runway there for him. I think this is a beautiful time to let Giannis decide whether he's going to start the offense or he's going to go left, right, cross, and just finish at the basket. Easy buckets all season long. Okay, so same principle. Rebound goes up right here. Right here. I love it. Even as he's getting the rebound, he's already looking at Giannis. Where is my Giannis? Let's get the beast the ball, right? Rebound goes up, get it to Giannis. Okay? Everyone is on the same page. Give him space, right? Get a little on the outside here. This guy's coming to the corner. They're all allowing it. What you want to do is give Giannis this part of the court right here, right? This Main Street, USA. You want Giannis always going down Main Street, right? That's why we're going to see people setting screens for him here, screens for him here, screens for him here, right? All season long. This is going to be, like you saw in the stats, 30% of the offense is early offense with Giannis. Love it here again. Super casual. See Middleton with the ball, and he's just going to casually drop it to Giannis, right? Even that what just took place was very important part of the offense. It might not look like much, but the fact that you gave him the opportunity to get the ball there is huge. Now, as you can see, there are many defenders here, and it does not matter, right? You give him space. You see his teammates giving him space. Give Main Street to Giannis and let these guys decide if they're going to challenge him. I mean, it's like, what is this, Harden? I can't even tell who this is. Blake Griffin back in the day, whoever this is. It's like But it doesn't matter. Even the players of today, nobody wants this smoke, right? He is aggressive towards the lane, and if he's gonna do it like on a regular basis, there's no stopping it. Okay, so let's talk about the Heat with their early post ups, and here's an example of them doing it with Bam. See, as you can see here, 19 on the shot clock, and we are getting this early post up to happen here. We love it, right? Giving him space. These guys are on the weak side of the floor, allowing this post up to happen. You're gonna see Pella come through there, and there will be the option, right? Option to do a dribble handoff, like Giannis loves to do, or not. Like Bam loves to do, or not. They can make a decision there, right? You're giving players the option to be creative with things that are within their player tendencies, right? And from there, I think what you're seeing here in this screenshot, this 4 out, 1 in kind of thing. Bam is a little bit of a mid post here instead of this being the low post, but I think this is going to be common, right? You're going to see the Heat run offense from the left side of the floor, and you're going to see players spread out and actions that take place around that, right? And I am curious to see how much both Bam and Giannis can create and how they can switch off from making plays from this part of the floor, right? And I mean, that's all day for Bam or Giannis if you can get the right matchup and you can get them the ball at the right time, right? Being aware that you need to get them the ball early and not wait for the defense to settle in and maybe front or make some kind of reaction. Okay, another missed shot here, but kind of a different principle applies at this case, but similar, right? So Giannis is running the middle of the floor here, right? But I think that's great, right? So he's going to get down to Main Street, and even if it doesn't happen off of the fast break portion of it, right? Okay, so they slowed it down a little bit. Look at that positioning already. This is what we're talking about when we say early seals, right? We want the early post up, and at this part of the floor, right? He doesn't even have anybody behind him in this particular place, so this is just perfect, right? And to make that pass right there, this pass, okay, you don't have to be Magic Johnson, John Stockton, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, right? You could just be anybody on the floor, and you're just aware of it, and it's an easy pass, easy catch. And right here, Giannis catches the ball here. I don't care who it is, man. You are in barbecue chicken territory. He's gonna get you. All right, so here you see 20 years ago the Heat with the same exact philosophy that you're seeing in these other clips, right? The big man is running down Main Street, USA, right? You make sure to give him that space as teammates, right? Allow that alley to happen and be aware of him, right? Look at the position. There's space under the basket. You can even lob that pass knowing that you have extra space if you're aware enough to make this pass on time, right? It's an easy pass if you make it on time before the defense is allowed to get in position to make it a difficult pass. Hoop is here, space is available, teammates are spread out around it. I mean, this is beautiful stuff. This is why this team, even though this was 20 years ago, they played slow in the half court in a sense because of the inside out thing with getting Shaq the ball and then and basing your offense around it. But at the same time, this was Jason Williams that we're talking about here. This team still played, they moved the ball when it was necessary to move it. And I think we can do both just like they did. Here you see Davion fully aware of the philosophy. This is late last year, the playoff game, I believe. And look at Bam. Bam has his positioning early in the shot clock, 20 seconds, right? Team is spread out, allowing this space to happen. Main Street USA is available for Bam to decide what he wants to do with it, right? Just get your player in positioning, and look at that jab step, barbecue chicken all day, right? And we can base our offense kind of on this side of the floor and inside out it. And the great part is that both of our big guys can technically shoot the rock, unlike the guys from 20 years ago. All right, and then to give Doc his flowers a little bit, this is late last year. He's even got the pink shoes you can see here. So it's like one of the most recent clips of him playing. But the philosophy, right? You have the teammates all spread out here, kind of like a 4 out, 1 in thing, and you just center it around like planets orbiting around the sun that is Giannis, right? And then the whole team knows to get him the ball right there in that free throw line area where he can do a lot of damage, right? From here, he can pass out the teammates. He can make various moves towards the basket. He's so big and athletic that he doesn't need a lot of space to get towards the basket. He can get to the spin move right here off of the drop step, which is pretty insane. Oh my gosh. And then he does the fake. Woo! This one's a tight little move. The up and under. And while he doesn't make it, I love the creativity and I love the philosophy of the team, getting him the ball in that space over and over again. Flashing back again 20 years, here you see Shaq Diesel running the floor, big guy, and his also older age, if you will. But, once he catches the ball down there, the defenders barbecue chicken and, 4 out, 1 in kind of philosophy. So you see here with the entry pass, right? That can be made by anybody on the team. Once he gets the ball down there, it's over. Okay, so another part of the philosophy is if he's bringing the ball down on the fast break, you, the shooter that is coming out here, giving him space, need to have your hands ready because he could possibly put his back to the basket from the side of the floor that he's comfortable on and decide to spray the ball out, right? And you can take an easy shot, hopefully, right? So he makes a decision. Boom, he draws 2 defenders there. Okay, by just simply doing one move towards the basket. And then this beautiful little, you can see AJ Green right here with the rub screen so that Turner can get an open look right here. Beautiful. Within the offense, doesn't fall, but great shot, right? Shot quality Olympics gold medal. Again, here you'll see the in and out game. Shaq with his mid-post positioning, and he'll do the pass out to the guard and the pass back in and just kind of decide, if he can draw enough defenders, if he can get an open pass. And look at that wide open shot produced by the gravity of Shaq right there. Here, kind of similar to what you saw earlier, where you have Diesel in the mid post, and he has the option to do a dribble handoff or have the player go through. Again, I think you're going to see a lot of this action this year, right? These dribble handoffs or not at the mid post. He can create space, decide what he wants to do from there, right? Diesel was an incredible passer in his own right. Look at that gravity. Look at him producing 3 defenders right there. These 2 guys aren't in a great spot either, all because of this man being in his position at this point in the possession. Kick out, easy 3. That's all day. Now, I think with Giannis, he has a little bit of a different flair to him. See him here at the 3-point line as he gets his early high post position here with intention to create. Now, I like Giannis's creativity in terms of he knows about this weak side guy, right? And he likes to drop off passes to guys that cut towards the basket when he cuts to the basket. As you can see here. Boom, look at all the gravity that he has. And he also has 3 defenders, just like you saw kind of Shaq do on the clip before, right? But when he uses his gravity, he knows that he can create an easy shot on the weak side, and he has the creativity and capability to drop this little pass right there. A little pocket pass from Giannis right there. Love to see it. Here's another example of a team that is of the philosophy that we're going to play through our big man, right? 18 seconds on the shot clock here. And Peyton is waiting, though, right? Shaq Diesel is a little bit late to arrive at the action, but he's going to come, and they can do their screen and roll on the side of the floor that he likes and get right back into what they're used to. He decides to reject it. Giannis can do a lot in this kind of space if Davion decides to do something like that. But, they get right into it, right? Okay, let's kick it out. And then I love this, Shaq kicks it out to, I believe this is Posey right here. And then when he does so, he uses that little extra second of passing it out to him to get a little bit better post position and the re-entry pass. And you're back to where you want to be, right, as a Heat philosophy, right? So all the other players are going to be comfortable working around the offense, working around the big man there, right? And give him easy passes, right? Kick it out, kick it in, kick it out, kick it in, let him fight for positioning, and I think the big man will keep fighting as long as you keep hitting him when he gets open. I think it's frustrating as a post player when you're fighting for position and those little moments flash open and they don't hit you with those open passes. So I think as a philosophy, you keep doing that and you keep the big man motivated to keep fighting for positioning down low. Okay, this is a play I think will be available to us with our personnel, frankly, all year long. because we can definitely pull this off right here. So it starts with Wade rubbing off of Shaq Diesel here on the low post. Okay, now you're going to get the pass to D Wade, who's coming off of the screen there. Meanwhile, on the backside, you see Twan with his action, kind of faking that he's going to come. And then Twan's going to return and give that space to Shaq Diesel. And then once Shaq Diesel catches the ball in deep post positioning, your team can just flow into the offense, into what they're used to doing. But I believe Giannis or Bam will be able to pull this kind of dribble handoff right here off, and there'll be an easy jump shot there for whatever guard wants to take it all year long. Just let him get this early post positioning right here, and it's already too late for the defender, right? Just like Shaq before him and Bam currently, this will be a huge part of the offense. Okay, and this is a play I think for sure you will see next year, a quick free throw line screen for either Bam or Giannis to get their mid post position semi early in the shot clock. Easy money play to get when you have the personnel that we have, and you should see a lot of this as you've seen many Heat teams of past do. All right, so then I want to close out the early offense portion of this Book of Giannis series with the drag screens, right? This, what you just see Turner inching to do right now, is going to be a huge part of the offense, right? You do this, it's going to be easy points. There's nothing you can do, right? You create this much space for the man in the middle, and you are going to have an easy time as an offense, right? Well, the guy's not even looking, but you set this screen really early and you allow Giannis to become a destructor of worlds, right? Nothing you can do about it. Still early in the shot clock. This is not complicated offense. Is getting Giannis the ball and allowing him to use his athleticism. Boom. And this is Kawhi Leonard. It's not like it's a bad defender there. And here's the other guy coming to help. But, he's once he's got the momentum and the positioning and you get him the screen on time, he will destroy things in the lane. So, in conclusion, be aware of where he is on the floor, just like MCW here, and give him the ball in space. This is a tough pass between a bunch of players, and he will destroy everybody in early offense. So, thank you for coming to another Giannis video. I think that's going to be all I do for transition early offense stuff. Next, I'll do a pick and roll game, and we'll get into more of the half court set stuff that I think can work for him. Like, subscribe, comment. If I got anything wrong or got anything right, please let me know. And thank you as always for your attendance in these videos. Peace.